Hi, everybody, and welcome to No Story is Sacred. If you've never listened before, basically we're four siblings who grew up talking about the art of storytelling. And now that we're adults, we're still talking about it, and we're inviting you to join the conversation. I'm Brendan, and one of these days I'll write something, I guess. But you know what? Today is not that day.
It's coming for you, man. It's coming for you.
Ask not for whom the writer's friends nag. They nag for thee.
I got nagged this morning on Twitter about it, and then Brendan comes in.
Who nagged you? So I can give them a fucking medal.
They know who they are.
Her name is Nina. She tagged the No Story is Sacred account, which is when Brendan swooped in.
And you know, listeners, if you harass Pippin and tell her to write her book, we may or may not actually retweet you. The harassment thing's kind of bad. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh. Lightly nag. That's the key.
That's the sweet spot.
Sip your tea, and as you're sipping, go, how's that book coming, Pip?
And better yet, do it to Pippin and not to me. That is the true answer. Oh,
Jesus.
How's that book coming, Kat?
Fuck off.
Oh! So anyway.
How's that book coming, Bran?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Wait, wait.
By my own petard.
But wait, who else is on this podcast?
Hey, Al. You do work at your own pace. I love you. And whenever you're ready, I'm ready to read it.
Oh, thank you. Aha.
You're welcome.
I'm not willing to wait, Alex.
Oh.
I'm willing to wait for it.
So that was my introduction. What about you guys?
So, I'm Pippin. I am much aligned. No, I'm Pippin, and I'm much maligned. There we go. And also, I'm just very tired.
I'm Alex, and the ideas come to me. It's the writing them down that's the hard part.
The ideas start coming, they don't stop coming? Wait. I'm not sure that made sense.
What's up?
The rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make this.
You're an all-star.
Get your book sold.
Now.
Get paid.
Get paid.
Get paid, indeed.
Indeed. Let's all just drink a cup of tea to that one. And I'm Kat, and I am an all-star. Thereby guaranteeing that you have to keep that unedited.
Damn it.
Otherwise it makes no sense.
Well, today, we're returning to one of our favorite games that we like to call the Wheel of Tropes.
Wheel of Tropes.
No. It's Wheel of Tropes.
Wheel of Tropes. Turn. Tell us the story that we will...
Should burn?
Burn?
What?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. We burn them.
If it's the first draft, yeah.
Burn.
So we'll be selecting tropes at random to construct a group story live on air.
Well, recorded on air, but...
Recorded live. We're not pre-scripting this or anything like that.
Oh, no. If we scripted this, it would be better.
Yeah. Hate that
for
for truth.
yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you write your book recently?
Wow.
So if you want specific content warnings, check out the show notes at nostoryissacred.com, because who knows where our shenanigans are going to take us today.
We can make some educated guesses, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going to swear. I don't remember if I have already or not.
I definitely fucking have.
Right.
A coffee shop, what?
You know what? It's not my fault that coffee shop AUs are perfect.
AU, alternate universe, thank you.
So,
Al, you were saying?
Should we describe the rules of Wheel of Tropes?
Absolutely.
Well,
go on.
Yeah, go for it, Al.
Oh shit! Yes, each of us hits random on a trope generator of our choice. Due to the random nature, the person that presses the button has to slot it into following things to define. the setting/world, the protagonist, the allies, antagonists, call to action inciting incident, complication, climax, and resolution.
Nice. I'm glad that we actually differentiate between climax and resolution. Because everybody needs aftercare. Thank you!
Yep.
But I'm saying.
Wow.
And actually, I did a recent change to this. Before, when it said protagonists' allies, or protagonists' friends, I just changed it to allies, because that
good call.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
It took 50 episodes to figure out the word allies.
Well, we could actually just set it to side characters, but that...
No, fuck that.
Okay. Though, we could actually set these tropes to other story framing devices besides this, such as the doing the hero's journey and just screwing the fuck out of it to screw with Campbell.
Fucking
Was it Campbell?
It was Joseph Campbell.
Okay.
That being said, let's stick with this one for now. Let's, because we've done one like this, we can do another one like this, and then we can fuck it up in future.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the basic description. What generators are you guys using? I'm sticking to my favorite, the tough guide to Fantasyland.
Nice.
See, I'm sticking with TV Tropes, because A covers everything.
I am going a little different this time. I have a set of Rory's story cubes.
Oh, what are those?
They are a set of 9 dice, 6-sided dice, and each side has a little picture on them. And so I'll be selecting one at random and rolling it and see what picture comes up, and I will attempt to justify.
Nice. And I'm going a little different as well. I have, in my vast collection of books, I have, I think, every annual edition of the year's best fantasy and horror that have come out through, I think, I have at least 20 volumes, so tell you that. I have randomly chosen the year's best fantasy and horror 14th Annual Edition. This is edited by Datlow and Terri Windling. It's from 2001, and what I will do is I will randomly, when the situation calls upon it, flip open the book, and whatever the title of the story is will be my random thing.
Not sure how I feel about this horror thing.
Listen, how bad can the titles be, Pippin? The thing that ate Pippin. Oh no!
Well, I mean,
you can't see my face right now, but
I mean, as a character, what can you do with is get out?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
me.
Oh.
Okay, Pip, go.
All right.
Okay, Pip.
Oh.
My random trope is evil is bigger.
Ooh. What's that?
Basically, how in David versus Goliath, you know how Goliath is huge?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, like giant snakes.
Yeah, giant snakes. The sample picture is Ganondorf from The Legend of Zelda, who tends to be either a really tall, buff dude or some monstrous sort of pig sort of creature, generally bigger and imposing.
Bowser.
Then Bowser is bigger. That sort of thing.
Okay.
All right. So where do you want to put that?
Well, gosh. Man, I have an opportunity here.
Uh-oh.
To either you slide this in the obvious place, or try to make something weird.
Make it weird.
Make it weird.
Oh, God.
I mean, what if this were a world?
Yes.
In a world.
In a world.
A big world. No,
Where
bigger.
where things perceived as evil, or things that are bigger are perceived as evil.
Ooh, a fine difference.
So it becomes this weird sort of phrenology thing.
Phrenology? Good word pulled out of your pocket right there.
Oh yeah, all those Victorian classes paid off.
Had to eventually.
Wow. Yeah, I read tweet once where someone was all like, he all made fun of me for all the classes I took in Victorian Lit, but guess who picked a lock with a hairpin? But yeah, so maybe this is, a world where, I'm gonna say it, size matters. And maybe we have a hero who is,
Hey, you can't take protagonist, madam. You've already picked setting world.
In this world where evil things are bigger or bigger things are perceived as evil, it'd be an interesting twist. But you're right. I was trying to take
Take all of the things, Pippin.
Listen.
Okay.
This is just who I am as a person.
Love me.
So we have a baseline of bigger things being perceived as evil.
And or possibly actually being evil. Let's not box ourselves in.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I was trying not to box them in my language, but yeah.
All right.
Ooh, can I go next?
Sure.
I mean, were you really jonesing
No.
for it? Okay.
Nope.
I have, holy shit.
God damn it.
Don't worry, Pip. Don't worry. It's fine. The title I have turned to is a short story by Ben Pastor, and the title is Achilles' Grave. Now, Achilles is,
Wait, can you say the title again?
What?
Can you say the
Achilles' grave?
Achilles?
Fuck off. Achilles' grave. How about that? Can you say it again for me?
Achilles' grave?
Achilles' grave. So
The
Achilles...
possessive Achilles grave.
Oh my god. Okay. The grave of Achilles. There we go. No, I have to do it right. It's his story. I have to respect that. Okay. Achilles was a Greek guy.
Hero.
Does anybody remember what Achilles did?
Fought in the Trojan War?
He was the guy with the bad ankle.
Oh,
Yeah.
The guy with the bad ankle.
shit, yeah. Immortal except for his ankle. But the title implies a grave. He's dead. Killed by your own weakness.
Gay.
Gay. Super gay. Unpronounceable name.
Some of us didn't have a problem with it.
Wow. Fuck off. I'm actually gonna put that under call to action. Somebody's dead.
The hero is dead.
Dun dun dun.
Achilles wasn't the hero. He was just some fucking dude at the Trojan War.
Well, he was kind of the most kick-ass soldier.
He's kind of a big deal.
He was.
Hercules was a big deal, so...
But Hercules wasn't at the Trojan War.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna call that the call to action. Somebody's dead by their own weakness. Somebody God blessed maybe. I don't know. We're gonna see where it goes. I'm gonna feel this one out, but that's where we're at. I'm taking call to action.
I just want to establish that when I called Achilles gay before, it's because he is, right? You know that, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
totally
yeah.
fucking gay.
Everyone
I
knows.
mean, he might be
Okay.
bisexual.
That's
Let's not.
true.
I mean,
Queer.
queer, I think, really covers the umbrella of any, including historical social norms.
I just wanted to
pretty
be
queer.
sure, because you can barely remember his name or his role in the Trojan War.
Okay,
So I
but-
wanted to be sure you knew about Patroclus.
Patroclus is like the best, man. Weirdly, I don't remember how to pronounce Achilles' name, but I do remember some of their love poetry. Thank you.
Alright.
Okay.
What?
Right.
Me or you, Al?
I can go.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Roll the dice.
Dice.
I got ecology.
What does the tough guy to Fantasyland have to say about ecology?
The ecology
In a
of
sentence or less.
it's in a bad way.
Ooh. Oh, like the land is in ruins?
Well, Fantasyland, which means that it's magic ecology, which means all crops will be poor, perhaps because of magic, perhaps because it's a king's shit. There are few birds. There's barely any bacteria or insects. That's fucked.
Oh. Oh, this is a world-building issue as well as a plot problem.
Yeah. Ooh, actually, so let's see, where can I put this?
Can't take settings in world. Pippin already stole it.
And I can't take call to action because you already stole it.
Yeah, I did.
So you know what? I'm putting it into complications.
Ooh, okay. Ecology.
The world is dying. Who knows why?
Possibly because the author does not do sufficient research.
Or because the hero's dead.
Yep.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
Ooh, the hero. The hero is dead.
Oh, wait.
And the land is dying with him.
The person who is supposed to be the hero.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
So,
So this could be where my cube comes into play.
Cube.
the cube!
Okay, so I'm shaking these dice, and I picked one at random without looking at it, and now I'm going to roll it.
Ooh, nice sound effect.
Okay. The die shows me a picture of a magnifying glass. So there is a mystery here.
Ooh.
That's right. We're doing some sort of mystery story.
Well, wait a second. Because that sounds awfully setting/worldish, and Pippin already took that.
Well, here's the thing.
We haven't picked
So we
genre.
know the world is dying, and we have an Achilles grave thing.
Who killed... Who killed him?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Our protagonist
Nice.
is I wouldn't say a detective, but is an investigator of some sort.
Okay.
Is searching for maybe like
A botanist.
whoever is, yeah. Is searching for the I don't know, king's botanist or the person who's most knowledgeable about the land, and they have gone missing. And evidently, we will find out that that person did.
But they were supposed to be the one who is going to save the kingdom from rack and ruin.
They could be, yeah. Like the wizard or who knows what. We'll figure that
I'm
one
kind
out
of into
later.
King's botanist.
What if the protagonist works for the fantasy equivalent of the USDA?
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, well, I can tell you that in agrarian cultures, it's kind of important to keep track of, like, for instance, what you're doing with your land, because you can easily tire it out, and then you have fuck all land.
Let's rotate
fallow.
these crops, y'all.
Gotta rotate the crops. You gotta grow some shit that, like, maybe you don't really need, but it helps the other plants. Like, this is called
Clover.
Yeah.
Isn't there like something called like that called the Apocalypse book or Doomsday book or something? Book that's like really ominous, but actually really.
I think the Doomsday wasn't that taxes,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but it did sound very ominous. You're right.
I got distracted by the fact that fictional me in Stardew Valley doesn't need to rotate crops.
Fictional you in Stardew Valley is lucky that her land is still usable, arable.
Amazing
is the
after
case
6
may be.
years.
I just grow a lot of melons.
Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, that's where I mean, fantasy worlds don't talk about that shit.
Not enough, anyway.
And now we might be.
That and
Who knows?
their tax system and how they do accounting.
Wow.
I'm bringing you all down with me.
Sigh.
All right, who's going next?
Anyway.
I believe it's back to my turn.
Yep, go for it.
Random trope. I got boisterous bruiser.
Wait, what?
Boisterous bruiser.
What is a boisterous bruiser?
That is a good question. The sample image here is of a cartoon version of Aquaman.
Okay.
You know,
Sure.
happily side-hugging, I think it's Green Arrow, who did not look prepared for that much hugging.
Just all this.
Yeah, the boisterous bruiser is a fun guy to be around.
Oh no. I think we can guess where this is going.
Most likely to be the big guy in a 5-man band.
I think I know where this has to go.
But yeah, Johnny, fun and big and can probably kick your ass.
But is lovable.
Bone-crushing bear hugs. Who's that guy in Full Metal Alchemist with the bald head but the curly Q in the front?
Armstrong.
Yep.
Armstrong seems like a boisterous bruiser.
4 seems like a boisterous bruiser.
Thor, yeah.
Thor, yeah. Technically, Jane from Firefly, I could see that being a boisterous bruiser.
Though Shane is less likable.
Yeah, much less likable, but he is extremely bruiser.
True.
Grog.
Grog. Aw, ye. Grog. But yeah, you guys like that.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you putting him? Or her?
Well,
You know
oh
where
my
it has
gosh.
to go.
Oh man, you just put that in the protagonist, so I can't make the big guy be the good guy in a world where big things are evil.
There's allies. His friend.
Make him.
Yeah?
Sometimes it's okay to go with the tradition, man.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, Pip. We have an investigator protagonist. Of course we'll have the big burly best friend that travels with them on the adventures.
No, see, it's an enemies to friends because he's big. He's part of the early adventure and they start working together. He's an ally, not a friend yet. But, of course, all these books, like the book, it's like the friends we made along the way. Boisterous Bruiser is one of them, proving wrong the idea that evil is bad.
Oh, yeah. Basically, Pam in Archer Dreamland.
Yes.
Yeah, Pip, so you're gonna put it there? You gonna do it? Do it.
I'm gonna put it in allies.
Yay!
Which I think we established it's not the same thing as friends, but can become so.
Yep.
And then, maybe, lovers. Who knows?
Listen, this could go a lot of ways. Alright, am I next?
Sure.
Or is it you? I forget.
I think it's you. And then
Okay, we're gonna flip through again.
Yeah.
We're gonna flip through the year's best fantasy and horror again. Year's best fantasy and horror. Let's actually use our words correctly. Flipping through the book. And... oh no. Oh dear.
What did you get?
I got a short story by Dennis Etchison called My Present Wife.
So we know who the antagonist is.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
My present wife is the... okay, oh my god. Guys. Oh my god. Okay, check this out. The protagonist is married to the antagonist.
Oh, no.
But they have to do some kind of investigation, comes across the Boisterous Bruiser, believes the Boisterous Bruiser at first is the bad guy. They become unlikely friends, and work together, and then it turns out, somehow, that it's the present wife. We'll get to that, don't worry. But the protagonist, I'm saying, is a dude, so's the Boisterous Bruiser. They fall in love, Pippin, because Achilles' grave.
Here's the thing.
Yes?
This is weirdly starting to remind me of Godzilla King of Monsters.
I claim the fifth. I don't know anything about Godzilla King of Monsters. Can you tell us about that briefly?
Well, it just came out. I did not like it. I hated every single human character, and I wanted them all to die at the end, including the kid. That says something.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, the monsters, I understood their motivations. I got weirdly upset that they wasted their one use of the F-bomb. Because it clearly should have gone to the kid, and instead it went to some random soldier.
Oh, boo.
Like,
Give children swears. Wait.
Well, by children, she was played by Millie Bobby Brown. She was like 14.
Oh, okay.
But she clearly should have said, fuck you, mom, or something like that. But no. Evil is, bigger. All the monsters are fucking huge, and perceived as evil by a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And the biggest one is that one with the 3 heads that has a name. I remember Godzilla and Mothra.
Mothra! I love Mothra.
Mothra is literally a giant fucking moth in this. And
Yes,
she's
she
real
is.
pretty.
Oh my god.
Anyway, the protagonist, is an annoying dude I super want to die. But works with wolves these days. So sort of, works with nature, sort of what we were saying. Eventually becomes an ally of Godzilla, even though he hates him. The antagonist is his ex-wife.
Oh no.
I'm not actually sure they ever got a divorce. So, but they have been estranged for several years.
Oh no.
The call to action inciting incident doesn't quite work out, but I will point out their other child is dead.
Oh no.
Let's move on from Godzilla.
Basically, we can make a better Godzilla, is what I'm saying.
Like, that's Godzilla, and that's my wife.
Ah yes, our obligatory John Mulaney quote.
Yep, thank you.
Anyway, I saw a picture forming, and it got weird for me.
Okay, alright, you know what? I could fuck this up. Should I fuck this up, or should we stand?
I think we should stay on.
Alright, let's stand. Who's next?
No,
Alex.
that would be me.
You've only got climax and resolution left.
All right. Random number generator, don't let me down. Okay, that's just a few pages off. I got curses.
Okay.
Curses. As in, you know, curses on the land, curse on your lands, curse on your families, curses on your cows.
Yeah. Yeah.
This could work.
So, yeah, you know where I'm starting this?
Where's it going?
Where?
It is going in resolution.
Good.
Nice.
Yep.
We're going for a bittersweet potential ending here.
Or let's redefine what's a curse and what is evil.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
We're starting this
Could be,
out
yeah.
with ideas of what people think is good and what people think are evil.
Yeah.
We might as well end on that as well.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I
I mean, if you think about it,
Okay.
if you think about it, you know, if you can blight something, that's bad, right? But what if the thing that you blight was a poisonous mushroom that was killing everyone in the land?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's options. Here.
Or there's the concept of how you have to burn a field to bring it back.
Ooh,
Yes.
Yep.
You have to rake a forest and prevent the forest fire.
And like, sure, you have to kill a few goats, but you know,
But the people of the land must eat.
Good.
there's nothing in curse rituals that say you have to that say you can't have the meat afterwards.
Maybe it's an evil fucking goat. You don't know.
I mean, have you ever looked at a goat? Looked at their eyes?
Fair.
That's the selection process as far as sacrifice goes. We find the most evil fucker in the bunch and just go for it.
Yes.
That's the secret of animal sacrifice. Find the evil goat.
Black Phillip. Sorry, did no one else watch The Witch? Was that just me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So, first of all, to hell with all of you. And second of all, shut
I
it.
have one slot left. So
Do it. What could it be?
Good
you
luck.
guys, we have roll of the dice here, literally.
This is why I wanted to go first.
And okay, so there's a footprint. The climax involves a footprint. So I'm thinking
I mean, our carbon footprint.
there's a carbon footprint, but I think this involves some anthropology. It involves actually looking at the history of this land, kingdom, whatever, and discovering that the blight or whatever it is, the thing that killed the botanist in the first place, was all basically caused from within. It was caused by this society.
By man's
It's a
hubris.
Yep, by man. It's a human footprint, incidentally. What's it?
Alright, so, we have filled in all the blocks to remind the listening audience and ourselves. So we have setting world, is evil is bigger, protagonist, an investigator, allies, the boisterous bruiser, antagonist, my present wife. Call to action, Pippin say it.
Achilles.
Ziz grave. Complication, ecology, climax, footprint, and resolution, curses.
You know, it makes a weird amount of sense when you put it like that.
I know, doesn't it? So, can I say when we say evil is bigger, can we have like giant fucking evil mushrooms?
I'm thinking like big fauna and Venus flytraps.
Yes. You know what? That's a good point. All right, let's bring this out here. Fantasy novels always seem to be like medieval style fucking Europe, right? With deciduous trees and maybe conifers, one or two dotted around. No. Why don't we have some like really proper top of the line Amazonian jungle stuff?
Sure.
I want vines, but not like bullshit vines from, stuff. I want real property, like Venus flytraps. I want the whole thing.
Yeah.
I want everyone to be overheated so they don't wear much clothing.
I'm just saying, we also have giant-ass wolves and stuff like that, too.
You can have megafauna from, like, that's snakes, man. It's all snakes. Evil snakes.
I mean, that's a bit on the nose.
Snakes all the way down.
Giant llamas.
Evil llamas.
I was going to say evil moose, but that's an oxymoron. Not oxymoron. The opposite of that.
Gilding a lily.
Redundant.
Redundant. Thank you, Brendan.
Moose are not evil. They just want to eat your children. Oh, and don't forget giant insects. Remember, that's one of the things that Alex brought up during the ecology bit. Well, giant fucking insects.
Actually, I brought up no insects, but fuck it, giant insects too.
Giant, they never talk about giant insects, except, like, oh, there's a black fly, or a horse fly. Oh, it bit me. Oh, this is the only insect I will mention in this entire time. Uh-oh.
So I'm picturing the conspiracy here with the human footprint. It's they're discovering it's all man-made. Because, hey, this can all be a big allegory for man-made climate change. What?
I think we already got that with world is dying.
Not necessarily. But explicitly saying so is important. At least when we're plotting out themes and stuff like that. But here's the thing. Say you're just a regular human in this weird fantasy setting with mega flora and fauna that is, from your perspective, out to kill you. If I'm like a society, a civilization that's managed to form in this, I think eventually it comes into my head, kill them all. Because it's the only way we can become safe, of course.
Of course.
But we can't tell the people that they're superstitions.
Oh my god. Wait. Dude. Okay, so check this out, guys. Yeah, I always think it's ridiculous that, like, there's a major civilization and there's, like, one person working on something. That is not, I mean, unless there are weird mad scientists out in the boondocks, that is not the way things typically go. You have teams of people, right?
You have teams of mad scientists.
Exactly.
Duh.
So, I think my present...
Check out my mad science poster.
A better poster. I think that my present wife, the antagonist, and Achilles... have been working together on the same problem as part of the king's or leaders or whatever's team to help deal with let's say the encroaching it's a battle between the people creating order out of chaos and the chaos outside, the jungle and the giant insects and whatnot. However, Achilles, the lead on the team, mysteriously dies.
She wanted that first author credit.
We don't know she's the bad guy yet. I want that to be a reveal.
Alright, so she just happens to become first author.
It's coincidentally, and so we get like a tender night between the two of them, just being like, I never wanted this, she says, and you don't really realize that, which part of the word that she was emphasizing. But I guess I have to take the role. Somebody has to do something. Somebody has to help. And
somebody with conviction.
Yeah, shit like that.
Because
brainwave here. Do it. Jump.
The Achilles.
Yep.
The lead scientist, for lack of a better term, they actually come to the realization, epiphany, or whatever, that killing the mega flora and fauna is a really stupid idea.
Yes.
That will fuck up the entire thing.
The ecology, one might say.
Yes. And we discover over the course of investigating this and revealing the mystery that they were about to reveal that secret.
Yes.
Murdered to keep the status quo.
Nice.
Because the status is not quo.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Guys. What if this is all, let's say, let's call this maybe like a bottle episode type situation. What if the investigator is actually, like, he's married to one of the scientists or whatever, but they're all part of an exploratory team that is collecting samples of the megafauna and whatnot to bring back to their city to come up with the thing that's going to explode all the things. In the course of this, one, Achilles dies. Mysteriously. Uh-huh. So our investigator was actually there. He's there as, I don't know, maybe he's like the camping guy, the guy who knows how to camp. You know?
Okay.
Like the ranger. He's the ranger type.
Yeah, is the ranger. Yeah, I love it.
So he's the ranger. So he's like thrust into the position of being like, well, shit, I guess I gotta solve this fucking mystery now and keep everybody alive. Because for all we know, there's something hunting us from the outside, you know?
And here's where the boisterous bruiser comes in.
Because the boisterous bruiser is actually some people who already live from like another city or some, I don't know. He's living out there.
In the wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's big like them because they've learned, oh, wait, okay, you guys gotta stop me here. I'm worried that I'm treading into like the virtuous native type shit.
Oh.
Can someone help me out here?
Well, it just has evolved to has adapted to the world rather than trying to change the world.
What if he was a criminal who ran away? Maybe they've been shoving all their criminals out into the woods to get eaten.
Australia.
So they're Australian.
Yes, he's Australian. He is Thor.
Played by Chris Hemsworth. Give us a call.
Okay, there we go. So he pops up. So our ranger investigator is like, "Holy shit, you're killing our people. I gotta stop you." But also, I didn't realize that you could survive out here, and you're kind of odd. And our dude's like, "Hey, don't kill me, but also, hey, do you have beer? Because it's been a while." So the ranger has to work with the boisterous bruiser, but meanwhile, at the same time, still solve this mystery. And also, meanwhile, the science, his wife has stepped up to first chair, or where the fuck it's called. And she's like, we gotta finish the mission, right? Right?
Yep. They've returned to the capital, right? And are
with all of
basically,
our things.
Yeah. They're following through on the research,
Where
right?
the explodey juices, I mean...
What?
I got distracted imagining the IRB report when the primary investigator dies under mysterious circumstances.
Oh, what happens to the grant money, man?
Oh, no.
So... Meanwhile, but complication, that's built into the story. That's built into the world building. Giant bugs fucking attack them. The water's trying to poison them. It's all fucked up.
Ah.
So what if, with the climax, the ranger, we said, discovers his wife's papers where all the science is actually being kept?
Oh, her book, her notebook, her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can see the actual data and the fake data.
She's been faking her data? That's bad science.
It is very bad science.
God.
That's what really makes her a villain.
First, wait a moment. These numbers aren't adding up. What do you mean? Well, these are the numbers I gave her. But according to this base and here, she shouldn't get this result.
Oh, but if someone died during the investigation, no one's going to do a follow-up study to,
you gotta solve this problem's gotta be solved ASAP, am I right?
Yeah.
Cause clearly it's because it's that whole call to action. It's been instigated. Like, this is just further proof, right? Mm-hmm. Further proof that things are going bad.
I was thinking that good science is, repeatable. But, to keep people from trying to repeat this one, and collect the same data, someone died.
We can't let his sacrifice go to waste.
Yeah, and no one's gonna, redo it. It is too dangerous. IRB is not gonna let that fly. Not the second time.
And plus, academic institutions don't want to have, verification studies. Do something original. Come on.
But verification is so important. But yeah.
I know.
My opinions about academia. Let me show you them. But yeah, so there isn't going to be any verifications, studies, on this bad science for a lot of reasons. Bad academia and murder.
Bad science.
Which is worse? You decide. And And then there's the resolution of the curse.
Al? Do you have any thoughts?
So the story has been we've been building has been been grounded in science. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How does curses...
Science?
I already made that reference.
Listen, it deserves to be made more than once.
Listen, from my heart and from my hand, how can people understand my intentions?
That's the tagline of the book.
There you go. Oh my god, yes, because that's the antagonist all over.
But no, but curses are kinda very magic.
Not as...
They can be metaphorical.
That can be metaphorical, but also remember, we have our Australians out in the wilderness. How did they manage to survive?
I mean, an idea off the top of my head, Al,
Yeah.
is like, in order to save the planet, the society as we know it has to kind of be completely reshaped. You know, they go off into the woods and live the wild life. Transhumanism.
In order to survive, we have to destroy human society. Dun dun dun.
I feel like this took a dark turn.
I don't know. Like, anytime there's like, we have to create a dystopia in order to survive.
Yeah.
I always remember things like, you know, what happens to the babies in the NICU.
Yeah.
You know? You gotta think about that stuff. That's what happens when people are like, well, I want anarchy. What happens to the babies in the NICU?
Then
I read that once as a Tumblr thing. Be like, you just never forget them, man.
Then instead of complete anarchy, just destroy the establishment, man.
I do like destroying establishment.
Yo.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Is the royalty or power structure that be complicit with the present wife's evil shenanigans?
I mean...
Good question.
I mean, any entrenched power structure is implicit with world destruction, but you know...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I'm kind of into the idea of like this just being a general power, you know, a general society type thing that is it's doing its best.
I had a thought.
Go.
About shut up. About what curses can be, and one of my least favorite Doctor Who moments ever.
Okay. Being
the Christmas special where the 10th Doctor first shows up.
Okay. Is that the one with Donna?
No.
Okay.
It's with Rose.
Oh, okay.
And, the Prime Minister, Harriet,
She always
Harriet
says
Jones.
her name and you forget it.
I know. I remembered Harriet. Harriet Jones, Prime Minister. Yes, we know who you are. Is the thing where she, gives the command to kill the aliens, who, in her defense, try to kill them first. And the Doctor gets mad because that's who he is as a person now. Spend the whole episode trying to figure out who he is, and who he is an asshole.
Not that you have opinions about this, Pippin.
Listen, I do love 10, but 9 is a superior Doctor. But what he does to completely destroy her power is he goes to her assistant and whispers in his ear, "Doesn't she look tired?"
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit, and it's sexist, and it's awful. But it's words and societal, expectations. And how those sort of things. And it was a version of a curse. There wasn't any magic involved. There was just people.
People being assholes.
Yeah.
You're like, that's my Doctor.
Listen, I liked 9, who
just wandered around being upset in the leather coat.
Yeah, it was so great. I'm just saying that 10 might have pulled that plunger. Anyway, push that plunger. But yeah, it could be something like that, starting, those whispers, against, known power.
Oh! Like, for instance, because Ranger, and Thor are buddies now, they can go on like not a speaking tour, but you know, the ending shot is them together going back to the city, like normal sized dude and gigantic dude going in, and they're just gonna hit the bars one at a time, telling it like it is.
That reminds me.
A whisper campaign?
Yes. That reminds me of a different Doctor Who moment.
Okay, Pippin.
You've had enough.
This is who I am. You have to accept me.
We're cutting you off, kid.
Listen, that one involved Martha Jones.
I know, honey.
So it seems like we have a basic framework of a really weird story going on here.
But I'm into it.
Yeah.
Are you going to write it?
Shut up. We know I'm not allowed to say things like that anymore.
So just to recap before we do maybe a trope lightning round here, we have our mega flora and fauna world that, at least on the surface, looks like it's out to kill us all.
Megafauna, threat or menace.
Yep. Ease up, J. Jonah. We have our protagonist, who is a ranger. I like that. That was part of an expeditionary group with the kind of science group that's out investigating this mega flora and fauna threat. The lead investigator, the principal investigator gets killed by something. And the investigator starts investigating. Initial blame is pinned on this big boisterous bruiser from wild Australia. Meanwhile, the present wife, the now lead researcher, is doing evil stuff
For the greater good.
Though Ranger does not realize it.
Of course not. Not until I think she actually pulls off the plan. That's why we start seeing this blight happen.
Oh, good call. There, we have to see that it was a legitimate, that Achilles was right.
Yep. We have our investigator discovering the truth in the climax, and we have him and the boisterous bruiser essentially toppling the power structure at the end.
Yeah.
But does this, as I'm summarizing here, do they solve the blight problem, or is this something that we save for a follow-up story?
Actually,
we've solved the immediate danger.
I think that they have. I think that they have to do it as a follow-up. Shit's already started. This is theoretically the beginning of the end, and now it's Bruiser and Ranger have to convince the populace, wait a second, we actually have to step up, because again, this is all an allegory for climate change.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also it gets in the feeling of that, curses being the resolution. Yes, it's a whisper campaign, but also the other part of the meaning of that, which is that it's kind of a downer.
We have a lot of shit to do, everyone.
Yeah.
And not much time to do it.
And then, you have a nice opening for book 2.
Yeah.
Yay.
Which is them getting kicked out of a bar.
Yes.
The perfect beginning of any story, let's be real.
Pippin, is there something you have to tell us?
I've never been thrown out of a bar.
So I had an idea for our lightning round here.
Yes.
I still have a number of story cubes left.
Uh-oh.
I could roll 4 of them, tell you what the shapes are, and then each of you picks one.
To do.
And then do what?
I don't know. Make an extra trope or something out of it to tack onto the story somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Because we've done that before, right?
Sure. I'm game.
Yeah, let's try this thing out.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's our podcast.
All
We do
right.
what we want.
All right.
Roll that crazy dice.
Okay. The symbols I found here. This is going to be kind of weird, but you can interpret them however, and you can claim one as whenever you feel like. I have a picture of what looks like a handheld cell phone. I have the smiling and sad faces as if the classical drama faces.
Damn it.
There is an airplane. And there is a light bulb.
I'll take airplane.
I'll take light bulb.
And I dibs on drama and comedy.
Okay. And I guess I have cell phone by...
Right, so... You know what I'm going to do with light bulb? Age of Invention.
What?
Nice. Oh, that's their technological level.
Yep.
that's why.
Oh shit, that's the age of, it's not Age of Enlightenment, it's a little bit further. That's why they're doing crazy science shit.
Yeah, they're like, let's just hook this elephant into an electricity generator and see what happens.
Oh no!
This was a terrible idea.
But it sold so many tickets.
And good propaganda for my current.
Ugh, fucking Edison.
Right.
The real villain.
Yeah, so
was Edison all along.
And not the friends we made along the
so
way.
obviously, our red herring villain.
Uh-huh.
The guy who's not the boisterous bruiser, but we're led to believe that, he's a shady manipulator guy, is obviously going to be an Edison. And,
An Edison type.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, capitalist inventor.
We forgot. You gotta have, because it's a mystery, right? You have to have some, red herrings. You have to throw people off the scent. Because otherwise, people are gonna do it naturally. You're only given so many players on the board, right?
Yeah.
One of them has to be the murderer, so you just start knocking them down one at a time.
Yep.
Because if you throw in, a random person, at the end, then it's like losing a game of Clue because nobody mentioned that, Colonel Flibbertigibbet was an option.
Yeah.
That's not satisfying. All your pieces have to be out there.
Yep.
The gun has to be on the mantelpiece.
Yep. And then, okay, we have what we think is irrefutable evidence. Instead, it was him, and he's dead with a knife in his back. Huh. Weird. I was not expecting that.
He was actually eaten last week, but then where did these letters come from? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun.
Okay, he was definitely collaborating, but I don't think it was... I think he was just being opportunistic, not evil.
He was just being venal, not... Catholic jokes. So anyway, I like that. I like that a lot.
You're welcome.
And that makes mine and Brendan's jobs a lot easier.
Huzzah!
I say, so mine's an airplane, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I am going to say, I'm going to take this very loosely, that their preferred mode of communication is via carrier animal, one that flies.
You're kind of limiting Bren there.
Wait, why?
He's got a cell phone.
Oh,
shit. Fuck. Okay, go. Okay, here, you go.
To not limit me, here's what you do. They have ornithopters.
Do they work well?
Hell no.
Wait, is that you taking mine to help?
I don't know. I'm just trying to give a suggestion here. You can elaborate how...
All right,
how about you guys think?
Okay, you go.
I'll do mine.
You go. Okay.
And I have the comedy and drama masks. Mm-hmm. And what I want to do, because of, again, who I am as a person, I want to talk about the relationships between the ranger, his wife, and the boisterous bruiser.
Oh, okay.
Because the ranger is clearly bisexual. I mean, have you looked at them?
Obviously.
And he's sort of a more serious kind of guy.
Yeah.
Or girl. I'm not sure we've ever stated their gender.
I just want them gay. That's, queer on some spectrum.
Yeah.
Go on.
But they're the more serious types, because when you're a ranger, you're out in the woods, survival's important, and that's a serious job. Unlike science.
They're busy drinking strange things just to see what happens to their flora and fauna in their guts. I mean, you can't trust scientists. I
mean, he loves that about them, but wow. But the wife and the boisterous bruiser are both, happy, sort of fun people. They smile a lot. They like to do, small pranks.
Yeah. Oh.
Which is why no one would suspect her of murder.
Yes.
Or any foul play, really.
Yeah, but also explains why they're both his type.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and it leads us to not suspect, because we end up liking the bruiser. We're similar to the wife, therefore we like the wife too. Excellent. Okay, good.
Yes. Clearly the relationship with the wife is going to end. See above, murder. But he's not going to jump into a relationship with the bruiser. It's just a potential future opportunity for happiness with someone clearly his type.
Oh my god. Multiple book slow burn.
Yes.
Into it.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
only one bed?
One in a cabin, they got caught in a snowstorm.
They got caught in a snowstorm? Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
I love that. Bren, save me from myself. What do you got?
Well, here's how I figure the cell phone plays in, because that does play in with communication. Specifically, I'm thinking in the lead up to the climax here, the ranger has discovered the truth, but they are outside of city limits and their normal method of communication is cut off somehow. So I'm interpreting this as a lack of communication.
Nice.
So that's where we do the race against time. He and the boisterous bruiser go like running through the woods. They have to like dodge the deadly vines. This is where the boisterous bruiser has the chance to shine before we get the political climax in the city.
Nice.
Because like the bruiser's like, no, hold on to my back. And then we get like running through the woods.
Oh my god, the Twilight option.
Hold on, spider monkey.
Okay, I did not remember the quote, Brendan. Good job.
So that's how I'm interpreting it, as a lack of communication.
Everybody
their
thought
usual device.
Everybody thought everyone else brought the spare cell phone battery.
But it also adds to the element of danger and claustrophobia. You're out in the middle of the woods and there's no communication. In fact, that's frequently seen as in screenwriting or what have you. Because modern communication is the way it is, frequently people will be like, how can I get rid of the cell phone as quickly as possible? Because if anybody has a cell phone, you solve the problem.
Okay.
Oh no, we're stuck in the woods with no food and there's a murderer. 911.
Well, the solution to that is set it in the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a solution, but I mean, and there's an argument to be made that's like, that's just a lack of creativity in terms of what you can do with cell phones, or the lack thereof. However, that's not the argument here. The argument here is, Brendan, that's a cool idea.
Ah, thank you.
I think I got something.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right.
Here's what I got. Once again, interpreting very loosely, I would like the city or their civilization to be up against a fairly significant cliff.
Okay.
So, one of the things that people do to give to make it less terrible, quote unquote, what they do to, criminals, they stick them on essentially what are, paragliders. And
ornithopters!
And shove them off the cliff. And then they end up in the, and then they end up in the jungle below. If they can make it back to the city, they are forgiven. But they never make it back. And everyone's like, that's because they fucking died out there. No, that's not why. It's because they're like, fuck you, Australia's better. But, because, crime and punishment is a thing that exists. And, we could tie that into their fucking religion. Why not? Get some, if down in the jungle and in the muck and the dirt is where all the major, megafauna and bugs are, then the air where you are safe is a better thing. And so that's why they want to be up on this cliff. Let's say, they're really high up because, there's less air up there, and honestly, they're smaller, so they can actually go up there. Larger creatures just can't deal with the gravity and lack of air. So then, our science team is also having the additional difficulty of being a little bit heavier and kind of stoned when they're closer to the ground. Anyway, science. Culture.
Science.
World building. Get that all in there.
So is the ranger like a master ornithopter pilot?
Oh my god.
He just got his ornithopter license.
He has actually done it before. He's done minor, he's, as part of their training, there is a thing where you can, cliff dive, and then, catch a thermal and come back. I'm saying that that's a thing that's possible.
Thermal.
Shut up! And that's a thing that's possible. You know what else? They really like balloons. They like balloons a lot.
Who doesn't?
The balloons are tethered, obviously. We don't want to be in danger of other stuff.
Ooh, I just had a thought.
Zeppelins.
You could have like a balloon like, you have the cliff there. That means we have, like, the big elevator that, you know, is like the huge chain with a platform that's nicely decorated or something that takes you up to the city from the fauna level.
Yes. Ooh, what if the city is like the nice shit? What if there's some stuff near the bottom of the cliff, right? That's like the lower caste stuff. You know, the poor people who have to deal with the fucking giant insects.
And they become taller.
Which proves that they are less good. Right?
Dun dun dun.
Right.
Oh, but they're becoming
society.
But they're becoming taller because they're closer to the forest,
nature,
which is that whole.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Brendan, genius! Look at that. And we're developing culture and world building and showing how that fucks up their entire lives. Woo! Your world building affects your plot affects your characters affect everything else. It's great.
All right.
Anyway. Cool.
So do we have anything else for this story aside from what the hell we'll title it?
Well, usually we do the title game, but I think we did this other game of add in more details.
Yeah.
So actually, I actually would like to call out to the listeners.
Ooh.
Yeah, listeners, hey, do you have a title? Come up with a title. Tweet it to us, email us. We have lots of ways to get in contact with us. Go to our website, plug it in. And in a future episode, we will list off our favorites. Or possibly all of them. Because we love you all equally.
Huzzah.
I don't. I have favorites.
Find out if
Guess
you're...
what? It's the girl listening to this.
Hey, girl.
Hey. How you doing?
If you believe that you are the girl that Pippin is shouting out to, please tweet, email, or... All right,
yeah.
Let's bring it out, guys. I think this is good.
And before, her bigger is not always better. But anyways. We can, if we actually want to...
Oh. All right, so that was the Wheel of Tropes.
Wheel of Tropes.
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 As always, if you have an idea or prompt to submit, head on over to nostoriessacred.com/submission. Follow us on Twitter at nostoriessacred, or send an email through contact@nostoriessacred.com. Your hosts have been Alex MacDonald, Brendan MacDonald, Pippin MacDonald, and Catherine Crichton. Editing for this episode done by Brendan. Transcript done by Ashley DaCosta. Art by Jay Wolfe. Show notes and transcript are available at nostoriessacred.com. Thanks for listening, everyone, and please rate, review, and subscribe to No Story is Sacred. You can also visit our Patreon page to support the show and get neat rewards at patreon.com/nostoriessacred. See you next time when we talk about the 2003 movie, What a Girl Wants. Until then, we're No Story is Sacred, and any story can be changed. I'm Pippin.
I'm Alex.
I'm Kat.
And I'm Brendan.
And we're
No Story is Sacred.